The Indiana Pacers are on the road in New York City to take on my New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. My best bets are on the way. If you are new, my name is Austin. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we recap what we did yesterday, and we continue to give out winners. Yesterday, it was Dante DiVincenzo's under in points. Really never had to sweat that one out. It was an easy winner. What do you end with? Like 6 points. We certainly take that now on a 7-0 run. The last 7 days, I've given out one pick, and they've all smacked. So hopefully we can do that again today and make it an 8th straight day. Now, in addition to that, we also cashed day 3 of the ladder challenge somewhat sweat free. Lou Dort looks like he was a no sweat with 4 threes, but we had to sweat out to get 1 3. SGA wasn't really ever going over with the blowout, and J-Dub neither there too. So we certainly take that. We'll cash hopefully day 4 later on today. And if we're lucky, the Knicks can force a game 6, and we can do day 5 there. And then we just got to get to the NBA Finals. If the Pacers ended in 6, we just need the Pacers or Thunder, I guess, to win 1 game each. So then we could hopefully cash in the NBA and not have to take our talents to baseball, which honestly I don't even know if we'll do, but we'll figure that out as the day goes on. Let's dive in and let's get into our picks. At the end of the video, I will have a chalkboard entry. A reminder, Chalkboard, one of our favorite DFS platforms out there. If you sign up with my code COS like normal, you use that link down below. They'll give you a dollar for dollar match and this free pick for Pascal Siakam to get you 1 point. You think he's getting you 1 point? Yeah, absolutely, he will. Again, Chalkboard, you sign up using my code COS. They'll give you this free pick. And all you have to do is deposit $5. They'll give you an extra $5. $10, give you an extra 10. They'll literally match you dollar for dollar. So if you're not signed up, take advantage of that down below. We'll talk about Chalkboard with some more of my props that I really like in this game. Here are all the states Chalkboard is in. If you haven't signed up and it's in your state, what are you waiting on? Go use code COS or the link down below. But we need to stay hot today, and that begins with our favorite player prop. Now, this guy, I won't lie to you, I don't know if I've bet on this guy at all this season. Regular season, postseason, I don't know if I've ever bet on him. Today we would change that, and it is going to be a guy by the name of, drumroll please, Andrew Nembhard. What the hell, Austin? How are we betting on Andrew Nembhard? Yeah, I'm taking his over 10.5 points at minus 122 on FanDuel for half unit. Yeah, I don't think I've bet on him at all this season. And I don't know why. Maybe I really haven't bet on the Pacers a ton. They are a very difficult team to bet on because I feel like they have every guy in their starting lineup could score 20 points in a night, and you wouldn't be like, wow, that's shocking. They also have like Benedict Mathurin off the bench, TJ McConnell, Obi Toppin. So they have so many bodies out there that really it's hard to pick whose night it's going to be. Tonight, I think, is an Andrew Nembhard night. Now, let's talk about him, and I'll pull up some stats and stuff like that. But I just want to talk about this series so far for my Knicks. Like I said, I hope the Knicks win tonight. We'll talk about that, my favorite side or spread at the end of the game, end of this video. The Knicks, how have we lost this series? Well, we've lost a couple games with Halliburton scored 30 points. We also lost that Aaron Nesmith game. Pascal Siakam has stolen a game too. Benedict Mathurin, if you want to count what he did in game 4, he had 20 points, a big contribution off the bench. We haven't lost yet this series on Andrew Nembhard. So if you look at Andrew Nembhard, the series, he really hasn't done a whole lot. He is over in 204, and we'll touch on that in a second. But I think this is a matchup in a game where the Knicks, if we're going to let anyone beat us, all those other guys have already beaten us. We're willing to live with Andrew Nembhard beating us tonight, and I think he gets some high usage. But even if he does it and he sticks with what he's been doing this series, I think we've got a good chance. Now, first, I want to highlight the lines. Minus 122 on FanDuel. Every other books, Bovada, I guess if you bet there, you can take that. Right around minus 135 is probably the highest I would play this at. Now, Nembhard so far this series, he's over in 2 of 4. In fact, the only 2 games he's over in were both on the road in Madison Square Garden. He scored 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting. He scored 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting, and then 9 on 2 of 9, and then only 3 in game 4 on 1 for 9 shooting. Now, we all know Halliburton went off, and he went nuclear. 32 points, 23 shots. In my opinion, when you bet on Halliburton, some games you're just looking at him, and some games he's like, I got to be a scorer, and he knew that in game 4. I don't think this is a scoring game for Halliburton. You just never see him have back-to-back good games. In fact, if we were to look at a series, back-to-back good games here, fine. Those are 2 different teams. But again, 31 here, then he only shoots 16 times the next game. That's kind of his nature. He doesn't tend to have back-to-back great scoring games, which is why I could see him maybe being a little bit more passive and also maybe be seeing some more double teams, and that's where I think Nembhard can strike. In the playoffs, he's been very good, averaging 13 a game, over in about 64% of games. Not too shabby. And as I said, in this series, we've seen good volume. 10, 8, 9, and 9 shots. I mean, he's shooting 9 times in games that he's shooting terrible. 2 for 9 and 1 for 9. absolutely horrendous. But if you were to, go up based on the whole season, and we'll include games in which Halliburton plays, we don't want to include games that he doesn't play. But the season, when we've seen him play in games where he actually gets the field goal attempts, which, can be few and far between. But if he's consistently, getting 8 field goal attempts, 65% hit rate. I don't know if his hits rate's better on the road. On the road, he's a away merchant. I didn't even look at these numbers. 81%, 82% of the time on the road with 8 or more field goal attempts. So this is where he shows up. Miles Turner. You want to see a guy that's a home merchant? Look at Miles Turner. 17. If you were to go to Miles Turner on the season, 16.5 points per game, going over his line, whatever, 65% of the time. Throw him on the road, 46% of the times points per game drops by 2. Heck, even Halliburton. You go to his home splits. Let's go to him at home. Nearly 20 points per game. Throw him on the road, 17 points per game. All these stats to say, I think today's an Nembhard game. I spent a long time talking about Nembhard for no reason. I really think this is a good Nembhard game. It's going to piss any Knicks fan off when this guy scores 20 points. We're going to be like, why the hell is he scoring 20? How? It's just Andrew Nembhard. He's going to be shoulder bumping everyone. I think he has a big game. I could be wrong, but if it's 7 straight in a row, I trust my intuition on this game. I think it's a Nembhard game. Give me his over in points. Now, if I had to do a second play, and like I said, I want to do a second play, but it's just so rewarding when you just go in, you give one pick, and it's a winner. So I don't really want to up the volume right now. Maybe in the playoffs, the finals, we will. But here's a chalkboard slip that I really like. A reminder, chalkboard, if you haven't signed up, please use my code COS. I already showed you all the states that it's in. It's in so many states. Use it. They'll literally match your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. That's free money. Take advantage of it. And they'll give you the Siakam free pick. Here's my chalkboard slip. And I'll highlight the one pick that I looked at and nearly made the card. Let's talk about it. And it would be the second one here. Tyrese Halliburton, less than 3.5 threes. I almost made that the official pick today. I really don't think Halliburton's a scorer today. He never does back-to-back big games. Now, he could hit the threes and go under in points, but I do like his less than points there. I think the Knicks will be on him like glue. And I honestly don't like Mathurin either. Mathurin coming off a big game. I mean, there's people with great whistles. Let's talk about the great whistles in the NBA. We have Austin Reeves has a really good whistle. SGA, you could say, is a good whistle. He gets a free throw line a good amount. Jalen Brunson. Benedict Mathurin, I feel like, is on that list. Good Lord, that guy gets every call. Even when he's flopping, he gets every call. I don't like his matchup today. He's been pretty bad this series outside of that game, game 4. Halliburton, less than threes. Bridges was chucking up threes in that fourth quarter. That's not really his game. I like his less than threes. Then we got Nembhard in there again. $20 on that puppy. Turns into $191. Again, you can tail chalkboard slip. Use code COS. Match your first deposit up to $100, 100%. And they'll give you that Siakam free pick. I don't need to show the states that Underdog's in or chalkboard's in, but if you hadn't signed up and it's in your state, what the heck are you doing? Go, go, go. Let's talk about my spread lean in this game. Yesterday, spread lean was cake. I should have taken the first half under, not the first half team total under for the Thunder, as I don't know what the hell the Timberwolves were doing yesterday. It was like me trying to control the ball. They just kept turning it over left and right. Today, sadly, I will do this. I'm leaning the Pacers plus 4.5. I would love to be wrong on this one. As a Knicks fan, I would love to be wrong. I'd love that record to be 16-18 tomorrow. But the Pacers just feel like a team that just has a little bit more heart than the Knicks. And Cat's banged up. It just feels like I feel like the series might end today. And I hope that's not the case. I'd love to see a game 6. And I'm sure the NBA will try to get a game 6, but Indiana's just better than the Knicks. Simple as that. And so I will lean the Pacers plus 4.5. I hope it doesn't hit, though. So I don't know if that helps you. I hope that doesn't hit. That is where I would put my money if I had to, in a side or total. Let's see if we can go back to 17-17. Finally, I wrap up with Trina's POD. This is my wife. We don't track it towards the record except for her own record. And she did say after losing yesterday on the hook that she might not be cut out for this. Tough to see. In fact, she's been taking some points and assist lines and point PRA lines. If you were to just take the guys and their regular points line, she'd be 6-3. However, she is 4-5 right now. She needs a winner. She's going to trusty old Steed. Jalen Brunson, 30+ points. She got in her bag for this one. I tried to get her to take Halliburton under in points, but I am not allowed to go away. I can't change the process. She wanted Brunson, and she'll go with it. We'll see how it goes. But as for my official pick of the day, I spent a long time talking about Nembhard, the away merchant. Let's see if he can show up for his teammates today, because they're going to need a game to be won by some role players. I think Nembhard is the guy today. Andrew, 11 points in a Knicks victory. That's what I root for today. I would either of those are my favorite picks. I'll have day 4 of the ladder challenge posted in a little bit, probably within the next 2 hours or so, by noon Eastern time. So check it out. Let's cash day 4 and let's move on to day 5. And hopefully we can do day 5 in game 6 of this series. That would set us up because I really don't want to count on the Pacers to win too in the NBA finals. But we might have to do that. We'll figure it out. Either way, have a great day. Let's cash an 8th straight play. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow with MLB picks. My NBA only people. When does the NBA finals start? Does anyone know? Don't tell me. NBA finals starts June 5th. So if this doesn't cash and you're just an NBA viewer, I won't see it until probably June 4th. Hopefully that's not the case. Let's hope for a Knicks victory tonight, and we can hopefully have day 5 of the ladder challenge because I really don't want to take a week off. We'll figure it out. Either way, thanks for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. Go Nemhard. Go Knicks. Let's have a day. See you in the next one. Peace.